I like... Oh, ChefSudiste versus Kaiserklein. Huh. I want to see that one. That one looks pretty good. Kaiserklein as Germans, and then ChefSudiste as the Portuguese. Very nice one. I've actually seen ChefSudiste play as the Portuguese before, I think against Revnak, back in the old HVNI House of the Train Post recordings I got. So that's a pretty nifty matchup, seeing another ChefSudiste trying to survive as the Portuguese. So we'll see what this one ends up looking like here. So ChefSudiste is getting his first house there. Whereas Germans, are they going to go for a trading post, or are they just going to go for a bunch of treasures here? Yeah, just trying to figure that. Okay, so they get the market up right away to get hunting dogs. It's very typical of the German build order to get a market with hunting dogs, because basically you get these villagers here, the settler wagons. Importante dice match. Yes. Yeah, but as I was saying before, these settler wagons are basically 2 villagers in one. So they have the gather rate of like 2 villas in one. So if you can get hunting dogs for them, really benefits your economy quite nicely. It's like a 1.87 food per second gather rate on the huntables, quite nifty. Then also helps all of your settlers too, obviously, which is great. Now, what is he doing on gold? So he's gotten his hunting dogs. Oh, interesting. So he mined gold to trade it for wood to get a house. I've never paid close attention to these players to see if that's how they do it. Yeah, very interesting. So Kaiserklein is doing that against... Okay. So I'm going to start with the 2 settler wagon card for Germany. It's very, very powerful. Since settler wagon has a gather rate of like 2 villagers, getting a 2 settler wagon card means that it's really the value of almost like 4 settlers, which in age 1 is like, like that. Yeah, it's quite good. Whereas Portugal is going to get Vitorias. That's the typical first card for Portuguese, since they don't get any villager cards. Basically, all of these town centers will begin to trickle food, wood, and gold in small amounts. So the gold trickles about 0.24. Same with the wood one. The food one's a little bit bigger at 0.36. And since you get a free covered wagon with every Portuguese age up, that Vitoria effect is going to naturally grow and grow and grow as you add more TCs into your base. No trading posts yet for the Germany. Always gotta pay attention to that. We have seen a lot of Portuguese go for trading posts as well. Is he gonna build one? I believe so. Yes, he is gonna go for a TP here. Look, he's keeping the Explorer right over there, tailgating him right there to get a TP down. And you'll get it right now. Yep, there you go. Okay. Yep, one thing you'll note about Portuguese decks. Portuguese decks are really geared towards Fast Fortress. Yeah, Portugal really shines in Age 3. You're never going to really see a Portugal that wants to stay in Age 2 like ever. They're always going to want to go for a Fast Fortress, ideally a naked Fast Fortress. So that's why you're seeing all that coverage in Age 3 for the Portuguese deck, and really nothing in Age 2 besides economy. Yeah, neat fact about Portuguese in Age of Empires 3, because they have all that defense in their base from the town centers and all that turtling capability, Portuguese are one of the only civs in a competitive sense that can afford to have like serious eco cards in their deck, like sustainable agriculture, cigar roller, eco theory. The Portuguese can afford it because they have the villager booming potential with all those town centers, and can obviously defend them better, since they'll, as long as you're planning your economy right, you always have a place to hide them in case of raiding. So yeah, as I said, naked fast fortress for Portugal. They're going to go 700 gold right out of the gate. Whereas Germany goes for the 3 set the wagon card. That's like a whopping 6 villager value. Yeah, since every set the wagon's like 2 vills in 1. Again, 3 set the wagons is like getting 6 vills in 1, which is very strong indeed. After that is anybody's guess. They do have Silversmith in the deck to help with mining, gather rate, as well as longevity of the mines. They do have really all of the necessary age 3 cards for Germany, which would be the skirmisher cards, the Uhlans, the war wagon, and then the mercenaries. That's looking pretty nice. So the Germany does eventually go TP. Actually grabs the greedier middle trading post there, probably to prevent Portugal from getting it. Okay, the Germany's going to go for 700 gold right now, and they got a stable. So if you didn't notice, Yuan's cost a whopping 100 gold. So it does make sense to get 700 gold right now, just so you can keep up with the Yuan pressure. Because Yuan, for their lack of HP, they got some great damage. Got some great hand attacks. So 35 hand attack hits pretty hard when you're trying to raid your Portuguese opponent who's trying to turtle like crazy. Portugal getting ready for age 3 is already establishing a stable, so they can start up with dragoons right away. One of the critical units of the Portuguese roster, based on the cards they get. Also, they're getting the market too, so they can start getting those eco market techs done as well. There's hunting dogs, followed by placer mines. Yep. Alright, so queuing up the dragoon, shipping about 5 in, so already getting that dragoon defense already prepared. Oh, went with the Ethiopian princess. The Ethiopian princess for a Portuguese gives you about 5 Shotel warriors. Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, these Shotel warriors obviously have multipliers against light infantry, so they'll be great against skirmishers. Yeah, so if Germany does any sort of skirmishers in H3, which looks like they also reach with that 700 gold, then yeah, Shotel warriors will definitely do well against that. Considering they start with the veteran upgrade already researched on them.
Já me sinto mais forte.
Portuguese already downing a villager, quite nice. Also going to be queuing up more dragoons from their stable, so they're popping with these dragoons pretty well there, yeah, big time. Hello there, great videos. How you doing, man? Hopefully you think this is a great video as well as I do. Yep, big time. Going for the powerful organ gun shipment, it looks like. It gives you a whopping 3 organ guns, which can be great against infantry. Let's see what the Germany is actually doing here. So they got a stable, they're getting a barracks now. Going for industrial age with the Tycoon for 1,000 gold. I'm assuming they're going for either heavy cans or they're going for the winged hussars then. Yeah, the Winged Hussars card is quite good because it gives you about 7 Polish Winged Hussars and sets them up with their guard native upgrade. So, quite powerful. Quite strong. And Winged Hussars were obviously really good because they start out with a charge attack where they do a ton of damage and then they just bash you with it really nicely, which is good. Like organ guns are right on the town center. Dragoons also sieging. Also the Chotel warriors. Alright, so Germany's gonna go heavy cans, but they're also queuing up skirmishers. So skirms are ideally gonna pick off dragoons where they can, but definitely wait until the heavy cans arrive. Also, you has a reserve of Ulans here as well. So Ulans will be quite good. But again, you're going to want your skirms to be on top of those dragoons to make sure both the heavy cans and the Ulans can sort of do their jobs a bit easier there. Biggest job for the heavy cans is going to be to get those organ guns first. Boom! Right. Oh, no, nope. The organ guns do get away. Accidentally clicked on a dragoon, taking it out, but get the organ guns enough warning time to get out of there, it looks like. Alright, gonna train up a war wagon and also ship in those Winged Hussars that I graciously talked about for their wonderful charge attack. Adding in more war wagons. Let's see. So the Portugal's actually going for an industrial age too. Out of this town side. Going up with the Tycoon for 1,000 gold. So what are they going to do with that? Huh? Are they gonna, oh, they're going to get their own heavy cans? Is that right? Also picking up Veteran Hussar. Will they have enough time to get the Hussars? Well, they looks like they already have a few, but will they get another batch out? Quite an interesting matchup here. Let's see. So skirmishers picking at the vills, force them into the town center there. Cavalry coming behind. War wagons here. Heavy cans. Watching this very closely now. So does get the age up, I think. But will they be able to pick up the gold? Now that's a good question. Let's see if they can pick up the gold there. They will. Oh, there. Okay, so cover wagon coming out over here. I doubt he's gonna be able to lay down anything, unfortunately. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, he gets down. Oh wow. Ooh, Hussars right on top of the heavy cans. That's the pull though. Dragoons can finish them off. Or not. No, wow. Look, the line of Ulans and Winged Hussars like blocks off the Dragoons and forces them back. Bill's popping out with the Minutemen. Oh man, good German push here. Good Germany. Wow. Portugal's going to try queuing their own 2 heavy cans from the home city shipment. But I think by that point, look at all the lost vills here. Look at all these vills. They try to like escape with them all, and they're all getting like nuked by the cannons. Oh no, he's trying to fight his heavy cans now with the villagers in the anti-artillery attack. Is that right? No, he's definitely losing them all. Why is he pulling these ones up? Just run away, man. Oh wow, whoa. Crazy. Crazy. Whoa. Oh, look at that one. Dang. Look. Look. Ah, nice, nice, nice. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Alright, so I think we've gone through all the major ones, right? I'm going to be leaving now because I got to prepare for work in the morning. But yeah, this was good. I think we're going to close it off here because I want to start going into the best out of 3 series with the round of 64 now. So this will conclude all stuff I do for PK tournament, Player Killers Clan tournament. That is preliminary round. Now we're going to be moving into their round of 64. So all best out of 3 series. I got a ton of them downloaded already. And we'll be able to check them out technically later today, right? Yeah, around 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Depending on when I can start up. So that'll be good. I should be more energized then, too. Because I was kind of falling asleep here. Kind of took in a bit of sugar to jolt myself up. But didn't work. So, yeah, thank you for coming. Sign off now. See you later today. Around 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the first castings I'll do for round of 64 for this Player Killers Clan Age of